that you don't know. Rick Scott not allowing people to even talk about this, as you pointed out. I mean, these people are going to get killed.
Here's an
Miami
example.
will be on the map in 20 years.
Here's an example. Earlier in the week, we played a clip of Rush Limbaugh saying that this Irma thing was overblown, that this was a way for, and this happens all the time, it's a way for retail outlets to sell more bottles of water. And the whole idea is to train his audience to see how the climate hoax enriches people, right? And that's the idea.
Right.
And then,
now,
of course,
what's important here, though,
and then, of course, he, on that day, yesterday, this is what he says to his audience after he has told them now, okay? To the extent that there's any of these Rush Limbaugh listeners in Southern Florida, and they listen to this guy, and they're like, this is a hoax, and they're staying in their house, they're there now. They're frozen.
He's getting
Rush
people
Limbaugh,
killed, is what he's doing.
In his multi-$100-million contract, he's not. Here he is yesterday.
Have we made a determination on tomorrow yet? Is that, or are we still? Okay, I may as well go and announce this. I'm not going to get into details because of the security nature of things, but it turns out that we will not be able to do the program here tomorrow. That will be in the hands of Mark Stein tomorrow. We'll be on the air next week, folks, from Parts Unknown. So we'll be back on Monday. It's just that tomorrow is going to be problematic. Tomorrow it would be, I think, legally impossible for us to originate the program out of here. So, I had to cancel a bunch of stuff. I was going to go to a private movie screening this afternoon, and I had a bunch of stuff to do tonight, and now that's all blown to smithereens. But I had a feeling this was going to happen. Well, Vince Flynn's new movie, American Assassin, they've made a... It starts on September 15th. I can already tell you it's dynamite. American Assassin is just fabulous. And I was there... they were going to have a private screening for me. There's the big premiere in Minneapolis for Vince.
We don't need to listen to the rest of the other cancellations. I would be very curious as to what the legal implications of him doing the show is. I mean, this is a guy who seems
to get people killed who produced the show and then they sue him. Is the only thing I can think of.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, but apparently.
But this is really important because as soon as you brought up Rush Limbaugh, I wanted to say this, that this storm now, the worst of it, is headed directly for Rush Limbaugh, Ann Coulter, and the Koch brothers. I'm missing somebody else's houses.
Mar-a-Lago, probably.
So while I hope nobody gets hurt, because I don't wish that upon people, I hope their houses just get effing pummeled. I hope that Rush Limbaugh's house and Ann Coulter's house, Koch brothers, who am I missing? I just saw a tweet with it. I just hope their houses get absolutely destroyed. And I hope afterwards, anybody who's there among you who has a cell phone, please go out and take imagery of it so we can see what the hoax does. It may be tough through all the gates and everything to get to Rush Limbaugh's house, but if there's a vantage point somewhere and you can get imagery of it, because, I'd like to know what this big hoax that isn't going to do anything actually ends up doing to his house.
But is there a better metaphor than the guy who's like, this is all a joke, and then, incidentally, I'm out of here.
Right.
It's too late for you to leave.
Well,
and
again,
there's one other thing.
Types of human beings you're dealing with here. I mean, and this is what I think people, often who are on the left and really almost anywhere where sense resides, go through is that you forget that these, kind of like our president, these people don't spring from the same sort of moral system most of us come from. They're missing something. And so to them, it's all part of the same game. If they can make money, if people get killed, that's okay. They feel no responsibility for it. And I think it's a hard thing often for people to grasp what kinds of people you're dealing with here. He doesn't care. I mean, it makes no difference to him. If 10 people die in Florida because they listen to him, or 20 people and don't leave their homes, the only way it bothers him is he has 10 or 20 fewer listeners. That's the only part of it that bothers him.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos